showing fine vision.
Nice.
He just got destroyed by that.
I want to see what you did. Like, I know that you cut him and broke him, but I didn't see what it was.
Did the little, you like pull it back behind your leg?
Oh, show it.
Skirt.
Oh, shit. Ah, should've went pee, bro. Should've went pee. You are tiny.
And every expectation that this will be a captivating
Oh.
contest. I'll tell you what, Lee, this ought to
The
be
whole team is on you. What the?
Oh!
No, I went under his armpit.
The last guy I've ever seen, you just went through the keeper, like.
Alright, go for it again.
No. I can't do the first one. Not when not if we're not winning. Oh, I clicked.
Oh,
I was supposed to be PK, but you're the top, so when I hit top, it went all the way down to the door. They're gonna think we're trolling.
Yeah, I
have no time.
Holy crap, this is scary.
Oh my gosh, I thought that was Cody.
He did the little middle thing to cover the middle. Hey everyone, this is Lesky here, back to another FIFA 21 Pro Clubs player build for you guys today. And in this video, we have a new winger build for y'all, which was requested in the comments by a couple viewers. They wanted to see a Neymar build, so I decided to make this Neymar build a left winger build, just because that's usually what he plays in real life anyways. So that's what I went for, and I don't have too many winger builds on my channel. I believe this is only about my third one on my channel anyways, so it's about time that I come out with another winger build. And this one's going to be based on Neymar, who, if you don't know, is probably one of the best players on Ultimate Team this year. Actually, like the past few years, I believe he's been one of the best players, like just the best players to use on Ultimate Team, just because of his 5-star skills and his 5-star weak foot, and his high dribbling stats and his pace and his shooting, but mostly just because that 5-star is what makes him really, really OP. But now going to this body athletic page, you can see that I listed this Neymar build as 5'8", 119 pounds, and on Footbin, it says that Neymar is listed as 5'9", so I had to choose if I wanted to go for 5'10" or 5'8", and I really haven't made too many 5'8" builds this year. I've made a lot more 5'10" builds, so I decided to go with a 5'8" winger build, because now I think my first winger build was 5'10", my second one was the Garrincha one, which was 5'6", and now this Neymar build, which is a 5'8" winger build. So yeah, he's listed as 5'9", so I decided to go for 5'8" rather than 5'10", because there's no point of going for 5'9", because you can have the same stats as 5'9" as being 5'10", being an inch taller. So there's really no point. So you might as well go down an inch, 1 inch, and get better stats and be a little bit quicker and faster and stuff like that. So that's why I went for 5'8", and then we went for the lowest bracket of weight, which is 119 pounds or 90 pounds. You can do 90 pounds if you'd like, but I just decided to go for 119. So that's going to be it for this body page, guys, and now we're going to move on to the skill tree. Alright guys, so over here on this Neymar playstyle screen, you can see that we're listed as a winger, 5'8", 119 pounds, and right-footed. And on this bottom right section, you can also see that we are an 89 overall. For some of y'all, it might be a lower overall, or possibly could be a higher overall, depending on how many games y'all have played. So now let's start with the physical page on the skill tree. Alright, so on this physical page, you can obviously see that there's just not very much on here, because just looking at Neymar's gold rare card, his base card for Ultimate Team, which is a 91 rated left winger, his strength is 50 and his jumping is 62. So very bad. Both of those, the base stats for jumping and strength as a winger are already better than Neymar's. So that's pretty nice. And then the only thing I went down to was the second wind. And like I say in all my videos, if you are an innie, feel free to take off the second wind. And if you want, even take all this stuff off, because I'm not too sure you'll even need all this extra stamina. 82 stamina might be perfectly fine for an innie, since you're not going to be controlling the player all game like you would if you were not playing innie. So that's going to be it for the physical side of things. And again, if you are innie and you want to take all this stuff off, feel free to add it to other stuff further along the skill tree. So now moving on to the dribbling section, which is very important for a Neymar build. I wanted to get this as spot on as possible. And one of the reasons why I picked winger over center forward for this build, him and Messi, I believe, have like the 2 highest dribbling on FIFA this year. I believe Messi has a little bit better dribbling stats than Neymar, but Neymar's like right behind him. And then what Neymar has over Messi this year is, and pretty much every year I think, Messi's never had 5-star skills, is those 5-star skills. Messi only has 4-star, Neymar has 5-star, which helps so much. 5-star skills in this game are honestly so OP, and that's why most people in Ultimate Team just run a ton of 5-star skillers just because it's meta, and a lot of the very good skill moves that are very efficient against your opponents are 5-star skills. So on this dribbling page, I went for everything on this agility or balance except for this one balance. Looking at Neymar's stats on his gold rare left winger card, he has 96 agility and 83 balance. So he has a lot less balance than agility. So kind of what I did, since we can't get up to 96 agility, the highest we could get for this weight and height is 94 agility, which is still really good. Like if I were to make this a center forward, I think the agility would be like 88, 89. It's not nearly as good as a winger, which is one of the main reasons why I made this a winger build, because Neymar's dribbling is insane. So I wanted to make it a winger and have that dribbling matching or looking pretty similar to his gold rare card. So he has 96 agility, 83 balance. I decided to go for 94 agility, and then I bumped this. I could have went for 94 agility and have 2 less agility and then have the exact same balance, 83. But I decided since we have 2 less agility, we might as well make up for that in balance. So that's what I did. I actually added +3 rather than +2 because it looks better. 94.86 looks better than 94.85 to me. Might as well have that extra balance and lose 1 dribbling to make it 95 ball control, 95 dribbling, which is actually perfect because on his gold rare card, he has exactly 95 ball control and 95 dribbling. So we are literally spot on with his ball control and dribbling on Neymar's gold card. 2 off on agility, -2 on agility, but +3 on balance to make up for that. And again, I went for the skill move right here, and then on this right side, we went all the way down to the flare trait, got the 5-star skills, the flare trait, because that's what Neymar has. He has the flare trait, which is really good because I'm a big fan of the flare trait. I love using it in pretty much every single game. And then don't forget this ball control focus, which will also get your dribbling up to that 95 mark. And then also, lastly, is the ball control specialty, which I don't put on much of my builds, but this is what will also get you up to that 95 dribbling, or 95 ball control. It'll get you +3 ball control, and this is what loses you 1 agility. So we could be a little bit closer to 96, but I really wanted to get that 95 ball control, 95 dribbling, exactly like Neymar has. So that's what I went to, and I decided just 1 agility isn't going to make much of a difference, and we kind of made up for it with that extra balance anyways. So this is going to be it for the dribbling section, guys. Just reviewing it. Neymar on his gold rare card, he has 96 agility, 83 balance. For this build, we have 94 agility, 86 balance. So a little worse agility, but better balance to make up for it. And then ball control and dribbling, exactly the same. 95 ball control and 95 dribbling. So we're matching that perfectly. Don't forget the flare trait, guys. And now we can move on to passing. So over here on the passing section, since wingers already have very good passing base stats, we decided not to even touch it. Just comparing the base winger stats for 5'8", 119-pound winger to Neymar's gold rare card. The only thing that's really popping out that he's beating us in is the vision. He has 90 vision and we have 83. So that's 7 difference right there, but we can't do anything about that since you can't upgrade the vision anyways. That's solely depending on your height, your weight, and your position. So we can't do anything about that on the skill tree. He has 85 crossing. Our default stats is 86, so that's even better. 87 short pass. We have 87 short pass. He has 81 long pass. We have 81 long pass. So the short pass, the long pass are spot on. 1 better crossing, less vision, and then 2 less curve. He has 88 curve. We have 86 curve. Like, again, if you're playing any and you have those extra skill points, you could add it to passing. And what I would do is maybe add it to curve to get that up even more. Maybe like right here, because this only costs 1 skill point for +2 curve right here. And then you could also maybe add it to long passing, but then again, you're kind of straying away from Neymar's stats because most of your passing stats are pretty identical with Neymar other than the curve is a little less and then the vision. Other than that, it's spot on. So that's going to be it for the passing section, guys, and we're now moving on to shooting. All right, so over here on the shooting section, for a Neymar build, he has that 5-star weak foot, like I said earlier. The 5-star skills, the 5-star weak foot. So a ton of the skill points on this winger build had to go to the shooting section for the 5-star weak foot. So what we went for is on this left side all the way down to the weak foot, and then you're good to go on that side. And then in this middle section, where you're going to want to go to is all the way to the weak foot for the 5-star. And then lastly, what I wanted to get that finishing up even higher, instead of having 83 finishing, I wanted this +3 finishing to bump it up to 86 finishing, which is good because on Neymar's gold rare card, he has 87 finishing. So he has one more finishing than us. But this is the highest we could get this winger build to finish, for finishing wise, which honestly isn't that bad, only being one off of Neymar's card. And this is a pretty high finishing stat for winger builds. If you look at all my other winger builds, I don't think we have this high of finishing. I decided not to add the finishing advanced focus. But it actually makes a difference for this build since the wingers don't have the best shooting stats in the first place. Having that finishing up as high as possible will help with like the placement of your shots in the corner and stuff like that, especially since your shot power is very, very weak as a winger, which is the one thing I really don't like this year. Is like they make the wingers like really weak. Like you can make a 6'2" winger, but they would still only have like 70 strength. I find that really annoying. And then they would still only have, even if you have like a 6'2" winger, they'd probably only have like 75 shot power. Like it's kind of ridiculous how you can be a tall winger but still be really weak and have like no shot power. It just doesn't make much sense to me. But we're gonna have to deal with it. Just comparing Neymar's shooting stats to this build, we have 86 finishing. He has 87. He has 80 shot power. We tried to bump that up a bit. We did not get this other one for 2 skill points. Don't think it's worth it. 70 shot power compared to 71 is not going to make much of a difference. But we have 70 shot power. Again, we can't do anything about it just because the winger base stats. We have 84 long shots. He has 82 long shots. Again, wingers base shooting stats aren't the best, but we're only 2 off of that anyways. He has 87 volleys. We have 88 volleys. So we actually have +1 volleys over him. And then the penalties are irrelevant. That's actually his best shooting stat, honestly, is 92 penalties. But we're not going to waste skill points to add that to penalties. And we have 77 penalties, which you came to expect that since we are a winger build anyways. But this is going to be it for the shooting section, guys. Just remember you go all the way down to those 5-star weak foots. And then make sure you get that finishing advanced focus. Some of y'all might not like that because it makes you get these extra 3 skill points of heading actually. But I really do think it's worth it trying to match that finishing number of 87 for Neymar. At least getting that up to 86 makes it a lot better. And it will help a lot of you guys in front of goal too, just being able to slot the ball in the side of the net, in the corner, and past the keeper just because you don't have that much shot power to just blast it past them. So you're going to need some of that placement. But that's going to be it for the shooting section, guys. Now on to the last section, which will be pace. And we have most of the pace filled up except for the sprint speed and the sprint speed advanced focus, just because that 5-star weak foot costs a lot of points. We had a lot of skill points on dribbling, not much on physical and not any on passing, but really this build just cost a lot because of the shooting and dribbling, because of that 5-star weak foot and 5-star skills. But we went for 94 acceleration, 90 sprint speed, which isn't like crazy fast for a winger by any means. But looking at Neymar's card, he has a 94 acceleration, 89 sprint speed. So we're actually 1 sprint speed faster, but have the exact same acceleration and just 1 more sprint speed. So this build's actually a little bit faster than Neymar's gold card. So we're actually pretty spot on with the pace for Neymar's card. 94.89, we have 94.90. Again, let me see if I can find some solutions for y'all that want to increase the pace. Like what I would do, if you don't mind, like this is going to be the alternative. If you want that extra pace, just to get that extra sprint speed, since you aren't going to be very strong and you are a winger, and if most of y'all are going to use this as like an actual winger and play down the sideline for the most part, y'all are going to want a little bit more pace maybe. I would suggest taking that extra finishing off if you don't mind and adding it to this one right here for 95 acceleration, 92 sprint speed. Then you're looking really rapid. Or maybe this one, 94 acceleration, 92 sprint speed, and then you can add those other skill points to something else that you would like. But that's not what I did. That is a suggestion though. If y'all do want that extra pace, you can definitely go for that. And if y'all don't care too much about the extra dribbling stats, y'all could even lower that even more. And then you would only have 90 ball control, and it wouldn't be that 95-95 that's perfectly matches Neymar's card. But y'all could do that as well if y'all want to take some of these off or something. And then also the finishing right here, if you want to take that off just to add more pace, y'all could do that. That's an alternative. But I didn't do that. I added the shooting, and then we just went for the 94-90 pace because that's actually the closest you can get to Neymar's gold card in the first place. But this is going to wrap it up for this Neymar build, guys. Let me know what y'all think of it. If y'all do give it a try, let me know in the comments how it went for y'all, because this is a very fun build to use. And when you are using this build, try and skill on people. Use those 5-star skills, because that crazy agility with that high balance and that 95 dribbling and ball control is absolutely insane. You will honestly feel like Ultimate Team Neymar in pro clubs just because of how smooth the dribbling is. So that's going to wrap it up, guys. If y'all haven't hit that like button on the video, could y'all do that for me? And even that subscribe button, I would greatly appreciate that. Trying to get to that 1,000 subscriber mark. But that's going to wrap it up, guys. Y'all have a great rest of y'all's day, and peace out.